If you click on this video, I assume you're the person who's struggling to achieve goals. You're perhaps the person who in December has got everything planned out. You're gonna do your gym every single day. You're gonna do meditation every single day. You're telling yourself you're gonna be working on your business every single day. And then mid-January, if you're really good, mid-February, you fuck it all up. And, I was in the same position for a good portion of my life. But in the last year, a lot of things have changed. And I attribute it all to what I'm going to show you in this video. So I really do think you're going to find this valuable. So I've broken this down into 4 simple points. The first one is the dark side of goals. Then we go into what's the solution instead. Voting for your new president, a really interesting one. And the game of life. So let's start with the dark side of goals. So I do think that goals are really, really important. About a year ago, I found this profound recording on YouTube by this guy called L. Nightingale. It's like about 30 minutes long. I really recommend you watch it. I think it's called Watch These 30 Minutes to Change Your Life, L. Nightingale. And it really talks about how thinking is so vital and how goals is basically everything in your life. It will shape your future. If you don't have a goal, you basically don't have anything. But the issue is that we have good goals and bad goals. And what I mean by that is that there is a way to do goals and there's another way, and you're probably doing it the wrong way. So goals are vitals. You should have a goal, but it's how you go about it, is what you do with it. That's really important. Otherwise you just become the type of person who's just making these goals for the sake of it, just to get a boost of excitement and make yourself feel better. That's not going to take you anywhere in life. You become delusional. You have no intention. You just make the goals for the sake of it every single year and you don't actually achieve any of them. And what's worse is that it is killing your confidence. All you're doing is jump from a goal to another with no direction and no intention. And what happens is that over time, you see yourself making these goals, you see yourself not following through, and that just kills your confidence over time. I've seen this in my life. I would create all of these nice goals and then end up not following through, and it was taking a hit on my confidence until I shifted my approach and I went about this with intention. And going back to why goals are so important is because they give you hope. And hope is the strongest emotion that you can have. Hope gets you started. The issue is that you need confidence to keep you going, and that's probably what you don't have. So how do you build your confidence? It's very simple. Action and output. Base your results on the actions, not on the outcome. And why is this important? Is because you cannot control the external. You cannot control the outcome every single time. You could be going to the gym every single day. You might be the best athlete out there, but you could get injured. You could be doing day trading, but then you cannot really control the market. So you cannot put your emotions on the outcome. You need to put your emotions on the results. You need to be telling yourself, have I done this, that today? Yes, that's a successful day. No, that's your unsuccessful day. And it's a very, very simple concept, but once you really understand it, it unlocks a new world. So how do we master this? 3 things: emotional control, discipline, and consistency. That's really all you need to succeed. With emotional control, I would say it's the key to success, but it's also the hardest to develop. It's the hardest skill to develop. People that play poker, for example, or do day trading have an impeccable emotional control. Someone who's playing poker, they have their own strategy, but if they lose 1, 2, 3 hands, they don't let emotions come in. They keep going, they keep doing what their strategy says, and that's how you succeed, really. If you look at people who day trade, which is a really, really hard thing to do because there's so much emotion involved. These day traders, they're really good at emotional control. If they lose a trade, if a day goes to shit, they don't just quit or they don't make irrational decisions. They have a strategy, they keep following through. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed. And I've got another example that was really applicable to my life. So, for example, I was running ads for my company. And when I first started out, I was learning about doing this and that with my ads, and I should have expected this sort of results, this kind of ROAS and all that kind of stuff. And then I go about it, I start doing everything that I've been told, and then I cannot control the outcome necessarily, so I start seeing bad results and I would immediately attach my emotion to it. It would just like bring me down, break my mood down, ruin my day and ruin my schedule. So really, really bad place to be. But once I understood this concept, all I was doing is, okay, I know my action plan. If things are not working, I'm going to be making adjustments, but I'm not going to put my emotions based on the numbers that I see on the screen. I'm going to base my emotions and my results on the actions that I'm taking. Am I doing this with my ads? Have I done this today? Have I done that? Yes, that's a successful day. So instead of having this big goal, why don't you break it down every single step you need to do on a daily basis to get you there? If you're doing YouTube, for example, instead of looking at the numbers, especially starting out, that's a horrible thing to do. Instead of looking at the numbers, why don't you base your results on your actions? So if you're going to tell yourself you're going to be making 2 videos a week, that's it. Yeah, that's your action plan. All you need to do is those 2 videos a week. If you do those, you have a successful week and a successful metric, because you never know where life takes you. Me and Alex have been growing our own Instagram page for a whole year, and in the first 6 months we actually saw no growth at all. In the first 6 months we had, I think, roughly 3,000 followers, but we kept going at it. We had our action plan, kept doing what we had to do, and in 1 week, one video blew up, 10 million views. The account goes from 3,000 followers to 80,000, all like that in just a few weeks. But that would have never happened if we would have stopped at month 5 and said, okay, this is not working, attach my emotion to it. We would have stopped. We would have never seen the 80,000 followers that came through later on. So it's really, really important. You need to realize that the daily work that you do, it will explode one day. It's just you won't see the results straight away, but it will happen. You just need to keep going. And that's why we have consistency as a third pillar and discipline to glue it all together. Emotional control, discipline, consistency. All you need. That's your formula to success. So this is what a good day looks like. Task 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the day. Meaningful tasks based on your dream outcome. Have you done all 5? That's a very successful day. Trust me. You keep doing this every single day for a good while, and things are going to happen in your life. It doesn't matter what the results look like. It matters what you do on a daily basis. So I've got a very cool concept for you. Voting for your new president. I want you to create your voting system. Imagine that you are in an election. You have your bad version of yourself and you have your good version of yourself. And these two are battling for an election to become a president. At the moment, the president is your bad version of yourself, and you want your good version to take over, become the new president. Okay? So how do you become a new president? You cast votes, Each vote is going towards your future self. So bad decisions and bad actions are going to cast for your bad future self. It's going to result in it. Good decisions and good actions are going to result in a good future self. And because the current president is the bad version of yourself, it will inevitably take you more good votes to replace it. So it will take you a lot more to start with. You need to be doing all of these tasks every single day. You need to tick them off. Those are your votes. Have I done task 1? That's your first vote. Have I done task 2? That's your second vote. You keep building these votes, and eventually your good version becomes a new president. And I've got a final concept for you, which I really like, is the game of life. So what does the game of life mean? Like if you play games, I'm sure you know this, a game only ends when there are no more missions to complete, right? So why don't you treat your life like a game? Missions become your daily actions. Those missions are going to level you up. You know that, it's inevitable. You just got to be doing those every single day. Those missions is basically what's going to propel you forward. And stop looking at these daily actions as chores to do. Why don't you think of them as your missions? It will make your life a lot more enjoyable and fulfilling. And to end it all off, in a game, if you fail a mission, you don't just quit, right? You keep going at it. So that's all you need to know. Make your life a game. Make your missions every single day. Keep going at it, and you will inevitably level up, and you will reach the character that you are striving for. And I want to leave you with a really good quote there I like, and I think it ties it all together. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. I really love this quote, and I hope you found this video valuable. And we're going to be posting a lot more of this, so subscribe if you like this, and I'll see you in the next one.